Okay, so last time you kind of spent. You know what? I'm done with this music. No, Prince is too much.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm behind on the videos, guys. I will get caught up.
Oh, you're okay. So last time, you were able to eat the fruit of your labors. Because
Eat the potato.
the potato that maybe disappeared later. Yeah. So you're still in the Vistani camp, and they're getting ready for their evening, whatever, making food, washing clothes, fixing tools and whatnot, and you guys were able to help them. Saphira and Susan helping make food with a fake potato, whatever, and making it super sweet, and then Janica and Drea were helping with laundry and stuff like that, and Cyrus and Pharrellin were helping fix stuff. And you had a conversation with John, the big buff man, and he didn't quite understand the concept of planes or where they were going and what they did, but you got the understanding that they had been around to a lot of different places, seen a lot of things and whatnot. And then you guys were able to have dinner and whatnot with the crew, and everyone was called together, let's eat! And in the first few bites that were taken, everyone realized all at once they love Susan's cooking. And it was very good. Most people had seconds or thirds or whatnot, and it was a time of revelry. They're like, finally some good food. They brought out ale, which also may have been altered, some spicy, some that's tasted like tobacco, some that had no flavor at all. Anyway, lots of stuff was happening. There was some dancing going on. You noticed Madame Eve was talking to someone who had their traveling clothes on, a gentleman who was tall and broad. Anyway, kind of on the lanky side, tall individual wearing like a green cloak and whatnot and riding boots. And they had been talking earnestly, and you noticed that there were people bringing barrels, not casks, barrels. Anyway, filling up.
Not caskets.
Not caskets. Anyway, barrels. We'll just go that route. Anyway, anyway, so before you guys bedded down for the night, Cyrus and Susan, I can't remember, watched him for a little bit.
I think it was Cyrus and Drea.
Yeah. Andrea, yeah. I watched him for a little bit, and he just filled up his cart with the barrels and tied everything down, and then went to his own tent to sleep. Anyway, and so he came back, and Madame Eve had shown you guys to your tent and gave you a lot of information. More about what the Vistani do and their relationship with Strahd and everything, and how it's kind of a give and take. They bring people sometimes, but they're able to actually leave Barovia instead of being stuck there like everybody else. So a lot of questions were asked, a lot of answers were given. Anyway, some inside checks were made, or you could tell that she wasn't ill-willed, but could be bought for a price and wasn't sorry. Anyway, and then Jenica, you went by the river to kind of ask and communicate with your diva, who actually talked back. And kind of explained what had been going on, that Strahd was very powerful, and that he was prevented from reaching out to you, but wanted to help you guys get out of there. So I was going to look for ways and look for things to help you guys. So, and Madame Eve also explained that what she had told you would help you leave Barovia, because as of yet, no one has left.
Yep.
Microsoft Defender summary. Great. I don't care. Anyway, so, and then you guys decide, and then also Cyrus, you had been praying earnestly to Pelor, praying, and you got this little of like smoke from a campfire, like a little burnt smell before you went to bed. Anyway, was there anything else that you guys wanted to do before going to sleep, getting up the next morning kind of thing?
Mm-mm.
Sweet. Awesome. So now we get
Anything in my dream?
Yeah, we're getting cheese. No, you're good. Now I change the music.
Hold on.
Okay. So, this one. Okay, so we're first gonna start with Cyrus. Oh, here we go.
Me?
Oh, yeah. Okay. So everyone like beds down for the night, you know, and
we get to find out who snores.
And Susan is just like turned off, like powered down, and you have Saphira and Drea, who you guys are taking watch. I think Drea took the first one, you took the second one. Anyway, so you're just like meditating, kind of thing. Anyway, so Cyrus, as you were in your not super comfy bed, but it's like a cot and a feather pillow and whatever. You've definitely had better, but yeah. I mean, you've been not at home for a while now. Anyway, so as you fall asleep, you start to dream. When you dream and you kind of like, you feel like not you're floating, but like. Anyway, and before your eyes you see right before morning, so the sun's just barely about to come up, and you see before you, it's kind of like you've risen above the trees, and you're kind of seeing this expanse of just this, green. There's forest in the distance, there's green around you and whatnot, and a small town below you in the distance, and very tranquil. A bird, kind of looks similar to where you are now, similar environment, and you don't recognize it. You've never seen it before. And then as you're enjoying the tranquility of the moment, the sun starts to come up, and it like peaks above the hill in the distance. And you start to see the sun's rays, and as you watch, as the sun starts to come up and the rays burst, in all directions, you start to see an individual come to light, a man, or you think it's a man. You see golden armor kind of appear in front of you and a white cloak, but where the man's head should be, the sun is coming. So you can't see his face, but there's just bing, from behind. And the sky starts to lighten up, and the different colors of pinks and, yellows and whatnot. A very beautiful spectacle in front of you. And
if he starts talking about an autonomous collective, just call him a bloody peasant.
Anyway, so a very majestic figure in front of you. This seems to be a man. Anyway.
I'm being repressed.
And as this individual stands in front of you, the left hand motions towards the town, and then your vision kind of like speeds up, and you zoof into a building, which you're like, it's like really fast, but you think it might be like a church building. It's kind of offset, a little bigger with like a steeple. You can't quite see it, but you zoom in, and then now you're both in, you kind of like move together. Now you're both in this building that's tall and has spires. There is clutter everywhere. It's like there was wood chairs or things like that have been smashed and whatnot. But you see in front of you, there's like an altar, and an older gentleman kneeling there. And you hear, he's older, like 50s, 60s human, with robes, like prayer robes kind of thing. And he's got white hair and starting to thin and everything. He's got wrinkles and whatnot, and he seems to be in the middle of praying. He's in front of the altar on his knees, and you hear like muttering, his prayer. And you can kind of hear, you think you hear, anyone, like, please, I need your help, anyway, and so he's having this prayer, and this golden clad individual is pointing to him, and you hear a voice in your head that is like, it's a deep voice, but also, if you think of like the sweetness of honey, but a majestic voice, a bit thunderous, but calm and sincere. and it fills your mind, and the voice says, help this man. The sun hasn't shone in his life for a long time. Help him. A moment of silence passes, and then your vision starts to darken and dim before you can do anything, and just and the dream fades.
Cool.
Anyway. So, and then Jenica, in your sleep, so in your you also been down for the night. Anyway, so you you are sleeping. You like close your eyes and whatnot, and then you hear in your mind, your diva, and he says, "You have something that you need to get rid of. Strahd can see you guys. Find it, get rid of it."
Can you describe it? What is...
You picked it up in the house. It's,
Okay.
I can't quite see it, but it lets him see you. It gives him sight to where you are.
Okay.
Something you picked up. Find it and get rid of it.
Okay. I will.
And you hear this voice. You don't see anything or anything, but you
Okay.
hear it. And he seems a little bit distant because he said he's going to go like figure stuff out. So it's almost like he's kind of trying to send a message to you, like he's picked up more information and he sent it to you.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, anyway, and so he's like, get rid of it. And then he seems to be distant again.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, all right. And so you guys wake up the next morning. Oh, maybe I will change the music again. There we go. Okay. Anyway, so you guys, so seemingly at the crack of dawn, you guys hear ching ching. And commotion outside. So you're woken up by people moving stuff around and packing up tents and things like that. Where's my music? Maybe I just need to turn it up. Anyway. So there's just commotion, people are up, and you're wondering to yourselves, how the heck are they up this early? They were drinking last night, but they don't seem too phased. Anyway, and so you hear bustling and commotion. Is there anything you guys are doing when you get up?
I am staring at the sunrise.
Okay.
I sit up.
For your eyes.
Yeah. Just goes all Isaac Newton.
Susan woke up 2 hours earlier, and he's just staring at the rest of the party as they sleep.
Oh, she'll wake up to Susan.
So Jenica sits up, goes, crap, picks up her bags and dashes back to the river and dumps them on the bank.
Oh, I thought you meant dumping in the river. I was like,
No. Oh, no. She's dumping. No, she dumps it on the bank and just dumps all her stuff out.
Okay. Anyway, yes, you're just like rifling through things. Are you looking for anything specific?
Yeah, well, everything I grabbed.
Susan's like, good morning!
Good morning.
As she takes her back. Woof.
Hair's.
Yeah, all right. And your pajamas.
Her underclothes just like.
Pantaloons.
Yeah, dumps them out. Okay. She's gonna divide it into 3 piles. Her stuff from before.
Okay.
The maybe pile, and definitely not the evil thing pile.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know if he's still. Okay, she's gonna put the silver knife. I probably don't need to go through all that with you right here.
I don't know. We can go through it later.
Yeah, well, later. Anyway, I'm gonna be sorting it while.
Probably one of the rings anyway.
It's what?
Probably one of the rings anyway.
I player think I know what it is. I'm wondering if she knows or figured it out. Anyway, continue. We can come back to me.
Oh, I just remembered, Pharrell, you were making something.
Oh.
Yes, and I sent you the link.
Yes, and I saw it. I need you to make a check for me. Oh wait, or does it just happen?
Or
because it's an ability. It's for your third level.
Yeah, it's part of my
ability.
level up.
Yeah, you don't really have to roll for it. You just are able to make
Right.
it.
I was just trying to
Is
throw a
what I
little bit of flavor into it.
Oh.
I'll try and just add a little, just less salt next time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You
Well, I will
salty.
say you were successful in what you are making. So
Sweet.
you are good. Anyway, so that was a success. Anyway, so yes, we can talk about specifics, Janica, later if you would like.
it's up to you. Just
But are you wanting to get rid of anything right off the bat?
well, yeah, she does.
Okay.
But she's gonna get rid of whatever it is. But she's just trying to like. She doesn't want to throw away everything, but
Okay. Are you looking for anything specifically? Like the Janica's just like, if it has this, I'm gonna check it.
okay. Well, in her maybe pile, she's gonna put the Raven amulet with the carved eye, Gustav's black and gold ring, and the 3 books, the 2 in Abyssal and 1 in Undercommon. Except I can't remember. Did I leave the Undercommon book with Susan, or did I take that back? I can't remember.
I read it to Saphira at one point.
Yeah, I might have. I can't remember if I anyway, but probably the books I do have, so it might just be the 2. Yeah, then the ring, the amulet. She really doesn't want to get rid of her amulet of health, but she'll think about it if she has to. The bag of devouring, probably not. Anyway, yeah, those are the things. The ring, raven amulet, books, and she's considering her health amulet unhappily, but it's a potential.
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
I'll have you make an insight check into your items and which ones might be the culprit. First roll of the day. Roll.
Oh, natural 19. And you said insight?
Oh, yeah.
20.
'Cause
23.
You're what these items might potentially
Okay.
do. Anyway.
23.
23. Oh goodness. Okay, that was a really good roll. So yes. So
I think I know. I don't know if she knows.
Your diva mentioned that it was something that Strahd is able to like see you with or have. Yeah, which maybe is the eyeball. Anyway, there's only one item that has an eye carved into it.
The back, I believe, correct?
Yeah, and it also is yes. So in your mind you're like, that seems to be the most obvious one.
Well, she'll send a little prayer up, going, "Okay, I think I found it." Yeah, I don't know. She's not really expecting to hear anything.
Okay.
So she's gonna put everything else back except for the amulet. She's gonna walk back to the group holding it.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and I don't know what everyone else is doing, but she's gonna poke her head and be like, "So Strahd's watching us. I know how, but I want to get your guys' opinion on how to handle it."
Huh?
She holds up the amulet and says, "Yeah, he's been spying on us with this and can see us. I was gonna huck it in the river, but should we do something else with it, or should I just go lob it? I'm not giving it to these people, and not mad at me. That's for sure."
Hey, I have some ideas.
Do you have some ideas?
Not appropriate ideas.
Wait, didn't one of us have a bag of devouring or just bag of
I do have a bag of devouring. Would that be? Oh, that could be better. Should we just destroy it?
Do we even know what it does besides spy on us? Apparently,
I have no idea other than that, and I don't want them spying on us.
I don't want them spying on us either.
Could we? And she looks at it. What if he can hear us?
I don't know.
Maybe we could mislead him in some way.
Oh, wait. Does Drea has magic, right?
Detect magic.
Yes.
Oh
Yes. Oh man.
Oh yeah. Sure. That's me.
yeah. Yeah, I'll
I do have detect.
Can
magic.
you
Okay. I do.
Hang on, let me look up how to use that.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I don't know what everyone's thinking.
Hey,
I'll
I
just
have my-
ask her if she can get any kind of bead on it other than what I know that it's a spying device for Strahd. For us. So
Well, I guess I'm gonna cast Detect Magic. What school of magic is it?
Favorite.
So it's either
that's assuming it is magical.
know all the stuff. I'd say it's divination. Because that makes the most sense.
Now, can she tell, Drea, can you tell if he can hear us in addition to see us?
Yeah.
Can you like cover up the eye when you say that?
Yeah, just like,
Is it like scrying or something?
Yeah, let's see. Can I here? Hold, please.
Chicken?
Oh. Level 3 Drea. Now, okay. Remind me. Detect magic just tells you that there is magic there and tells you the school, but it doesn't give you specifics as far as I remember. I'm gonna look up the specifics.
If she sends magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint car and
But I should be able to know most things about most things.
Oh, you have learned a lot of things.
Okay.
So yeah, I would not be able to
That's okay.
see that.
Well, thank you.
But what can I figure out? Because I have the Sage Researcher, so
Okay.
should be able to.
When you attempt to learn or recall a piece of lore, if you do not know that information, you often know where and from whom you can obtain it. Usually this information comes from a library, scriptorium, university, or a sage or other learned person or creature. Your DM might rule that the knowledge you seek is secreted away in an almost inaccessible place,
Like
or that it simply cannot be found.
Okay.
Unearthing the deepest secrets of the multiverse can require an adventure or even a whole campaign.
We're two.
Okay.
Let me just see.
I'm good. I'm fine.
Cool. Because you. Oh, okay, yeah. Because you're a magic user. Yes. Severa, you're also a bard. Anyway, so, I'll have you make an Arcana check for me, just real fast. Oh, did I not put this on repeat?
Try this out.
I put this.
Sure.
I put it on
You
repeat.
better roll well. Well, he did not roll well.
Ooh.
Did not roll. 6.
6. Okay. So, yes, you are a magic user, and spells like this you assume would be in your repertoire. Maybe something a little beyond you right now, but you get an inkling, you're like, maybe. But it would make sense that if you're like scrying or doing other spells that you've like heard of, that you can see as well as hear and maybe get other sensory like effects from it, you think. I'm not 100% sure what you think.
I'll convey this to the
Okay.
Perhaps we should just get rid of it.
Yeah, so what do you think? Just get rid of it? Or
Well, Pharrell's gonna say, well, unless we try to give him misdirection.
he's looking here, I think.
I'm giving him misdirection because I know we ain't gonna be able to give him misdirection later. So, maybe we gotta misdirect right into that bag of holding.
Bag and burn?
No, bag of holding.
Bag of holding.
Yes.
Okay.
Wink.
Oh, yeah. right.
Ray's gonna say, so my brother told me an interesting story about a bag of holding.
Yeah. Okay.
But we definitely don't have one of those.
Okay. Yeah. Well, into the bag of holding it goes then for storage, because it creates a pocket dimension and holds it, right?
Yeah, right next to the intestine. Yes.
Okay. Well, then, if we're all in agreement, I'll hold open the bag, get everyone's nod, and then just put that in there. And then close it.
Let's go.
Okay. Make sure to keep my hand far away from the opening.
You're a little side of the bag as you put it away. And as you do that, you hear a breakfast, breakfast, breakfast.
when she deposits the thing in, does she hear a?
Oh my gosh. Maybe a little bit like that.
Yeah, okay.
But not that much. But yeah. Maybe a grateful, nice bird.
Okay. All right.
My compliments to the chef.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's. Oh, and then Drea's gonna go. Crap. He heard the card readings.
Anyway, so as you hear breakfast, you get there's a smell that starts to permeate in the air of like warm cooking.
Uh-oh.
It comes into the tent. Anyway, and as you guys go out and you go to the pavilion that you were at last night, they've got more pots and whatnot. Looks like Bertha's been like, I guess it would be the equivalent of like oatmeal, you know, that there's been some oats and water boiled together. It looks like it should be fine, you know. Anyway, like it should be good.
So based off everyone's comments last night.
Some people are adding things. So, like, you see, like, white liquids that could be, like, creams, you know, like, probably, like, sugars and, like, other things that, like, some honey here, you know, people are, like, putting stuff in it. And everybody's putting something in it. So, you can have some if you want.
Okay.
Susan will take some and just, like, rub it on his mouth face.
A little, like, mustache, like, the got milk stash, like.
Like a Beauty and the Beast.
And as you guys are, you know, eating, you know, is anyone, like, actually eating it?
I'll attempt a few bites.
Okay.
I'll try a few bites.
Yeah, so before adding anything, as you take a few bites, yeah, it's water and oats. Woo! Doesn't taste that great.
You know, it's probably better than what I'm used to having anyway.
Oh, jeez.
So Pharrell's like,
Meanwhile, Jatica's like very disappointed.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over to the
you
cream
are-
and just dump as much as I can.
I find, is there like the equivalent of brown sugar? Or maple?
honey. Yeah, I'd say more honey. They don't really have they're not that cool. They haven't really stuffed it recently, so no,
Okay, I'll
you
do
have more of
nuts.
the granulated sugar and that
Ooh.
Dried fruit?
honey.
Ooh.
No,
Really?
they're really
No,
simple.
fruit
Okay.
is not really
Then I will.
All right, cream and honey.
Yeah, honey for me.
Yeah, they haven't been to fancy places like that in a little
Just
bit.
drizzle all the honey on.
Susan will give it a
Turns it Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
And as Pharrellin has his mouth full of, like, you know, food
Oh, okay.
above you, try not to spill. Anyway, Madame Eve comes up. And she greets you as good morning. Good morning. I trust you all slept well.
I say nothing.
Good morning. I think we might need a refresh card.
A refresh card? What do you mean?
Because apparently we got spied on, and so the bad guy knows about our cards.
Ah.
Including our discussion that we had,
Yeah.
as far as what you were hoping to accomplish.
Yeah.
So your fate's just as that's what Dre's gonna say. Pharrell's gonna swallow and say, so your fate's just as tied into ours as ever before. So I don't know if you got any magic tricks for that.
I have some tricks up my sleeve. You got rid of the thing, did you?
We think.
Okay.
We hope.
Oh, good.
That was a pretty convincing burp.
Well, unfortunately, I cannot redo the reading because your future is your future. And that's not really going to change. I know that one.
Would it help if I had an extra card?
An extra card?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and which card might that be?
Maybe if I had an extra one, it would probably be a rogue card.
Oh! She holds her hand out. Do you have said card?
Would it help?
Actually, yes. Because there is power in those cards.
Here you go.
Ah!
Jatica just stops with a spoon halfway to her mouth.
You're quick with your hands, I see.
Or you're just slow with your eyes.
Fist bumps.
She just gives you a blank stare. Doesn't respond and looks back at the card. Okay. Well, let me see. It is early in the morning. She blinks a couple of times. And then she sits there for a moment, staring at the card. And you all have this moment of, do we say something? As you're waiting.
Falls asleep with her eyes open.
And then she takes her hand and puts it on your, makeshift ribs or whatever. And sits there for another moment. And you're like, this is awkward. Anyway, and then...
All types, I guess, but,
Sure.
Sorry.
Bards,
Where's my thing?
Hey.
Where's my thing? I have it. I did research, you guys. Great. And she says,
Actually, make it
premium no sir.
one more time.
Beg pardon?
Wait, was that Latin? Because
Yes,
Jenica
maybe.
speaks that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't even know if it was a language in here. She speaks Latin? What?
Often, if she's cursing, she'll say it in Latin.
Oh, well, yes. So, yes, it is Latin, by the way.
My father can... Oh, wait, sorry.
Prima what?
So, premium non nocere.
No, sir.
And she's, where's my book? I don't have everything memorized, guys. But I have everything.
Can you spell that, please?
Oh, gosh. Okay, it says, primum, P-R-I-M-U-M.
Oh,
P-R-I-M-U-M.
primum, not premium. Okay.
Sorry, I don't.
Primum.
Primum, yep.
Non-nocere?
Yeah, non-N-O-N, the second word, and then the third word, nocere, N-O-C-E-R-E.
Google's listening to us.
Anyway, primum
Oh.
non-nocere.
Oh, that's a pretty common phrase, actually.
Yeah,
But
anyway.
I am metagaming.
Hey,
I'm gonna
shh.
Shh.
Let me finish.
Well, at least Jenica would know.
No, that's not the one. Where? I had it.
Can Jenica say it at the same time as she does in English? Or,
Hold on.
okay.
Hold on. Okay, perfect. This is important. Okay, so she says, primum non, and she's serious. She's suddenly has this serious aura. And she says, primum non nocere. In other words, first, do no harm. This oath you've taken with yourself may be tested. Because this card, I see a nest of ravens. And where you will have more questions, not really find answers. But it will test your, whatever is there, will test your primum non nocere.
Cool.
And thank you, and she removes her hand, for returning my card.
You're welcome.
I was wondering where that went.
What number card is that?
So,
It
you
was
see the
rogue,
card.
it's
Oh, yeah.
the
So you
number.
see the card. It's the rogue, which is
Okay, it's just a rogue. Okay.
Master of Coin card. So it's not a number, and it's not it's a higher level card.
Okay.
It's
Gotcha.
not one of the anyway.
Oh, okay.
And it's the only one of its kind.
Okay.
FYI. So,
Oh, wow. You sure can pick them.
so you picked a special card.
You know.
Which will have some
Stole a rogue card.
fun things.
All right.
Anyway, so
I'll put that in the description of it next
Okay.
video.
awesome.
But Jenica definitely, when she said it in English, said it with her because she speaks it.
There. So, you know. So, all right, you guys have some things ahead of you, and I think I know who might be able to help you get started. And she motions behind her, and you see the gentleman from before. He's kind of tall, squarish jaw, maybe early 30s, but not kind of lanky, on the skinny
Does
side.
it take long
and whatnot.
strides?
Oh my gosh.
Okay, thank you.
No, it seems more if you were to see him in passing, it'd be I don't know, early 20s, but you see the face and the little bit of stubble, and you're maybe you're more in your 30s. Anyway, so, and he's got his riding boots on again and whatnot, and his green cloak, and he introduces himself and he says, "Hello," in a more manly voice than mine. "My name is Jet." Jet.
Oh, Jet.
And I am going to the town of Barovia, and I have a cart, and I hear you might be in need of a ride.
Now, who would tell you that we might be needing a ride?
And he looks to Madame Eve. And she looks at him, looks at you guys. Well, it's not like you're gonna find anything I recommended here. And everything is in that direction.
I look at the others.
It's not like we don't stand out, let's be honest.
And
Roland's just gonna look at you, like, I don't know what you mean by that.
I'm just gonna stare back at him.
I have a mole!
And Jet says,
What up?
well, from the looks of it, I'm guessing you guys are, what do they call it? Adventurers? Let me guess.
Bray will say something like that.
Let
yes.
me guess. Misfit group. You all you're not from the same place. You maybe have different traits. I don't know.
Like I said, it's not like we don't stand out.
Yeah, we've seen other.
Eclectic is the word you're looking
Well,
Yeah.
We've seen other parties like yours before, and normally they head towards Castle Ravenloft or the town of Barovia or things like that.
Well, if that's worked,
So-
it has worked so well for everyone else. Should we do something different?
Yeah, do as you please. I'm going in that direction. I have to pick up more barrels. I put wine in that town, and be on my way. Won't be there in very long.
I think they're called casks.
Or you can call them that.
I think they're called caskets.
There's so many. Yeah.
Did you know that a buttload is an actual measurement?
Oh my gosh, of what?
It's 126 gallons of wine.
Really? It's called a
Because
bottle?
in addition to
Oh boy.
a cask, you can also have a butt,
Which is
another barrel-shaped container.
I'm guessing it's bigger than a normal barrel.
Kind of like a butt
So
roast.
a butt. Oh, sorry. A butt is 108 imperial gallons, or 130 U.S. gallons, or 491 liters. So pretty decent size.
So when they say there's a buttload of wine coming over on the shipment,
This is what it is.
oh, wow.
Butts over here.
Oh, and it actually is a ton.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the smallest one?
Pin.
A pin? Like a pint?
No.
Does
Okay.
he have
Sorry.
the-
Anyway, we're going down the road.
Does he have his cart right there?
So, yes. So you guys are like near the pavilion and whatnot. Yes. Oh yeah, this is the fire and whatnot. Oh no,
This is
this is the
inside
inside
the
the tent. Oh, that's the pavilion. Yep. So his car is like over here.
These were my initial parts.
Because Susan will just start climbing into it.
Okay.
He'll sit down.
Yeah. So there's these barrels that have been like tied down and whatnot, and like some bags on the like little shelf where you sit. And there's a team of horses that has been tied up to draw this.
In an attempt to get a little more comfy, he like shoves one of the casks out of the wagon.
Oh.
Just nuzzles up in that spot.
Is it empty?
Okay, so you like wedge no.
Oh.
So you like wedge it free, one of like the side ones, and it goes and breaks off the side. Isn't that like super well there? Anyway, and so the ale and Jen looks over. Oi! What's the idea? What are you doing? I paid for those. And he looks to Madame Eve and she's like, and
As you broke it, you bought it. And Janica's gonna pull out some.
Wait. Roland's gonna go and cast mending on this.
Oh my gosh.
We didn't break it. You can't prove it.
Oh my gosh.
Not a lawyer, but
Does it put the ale back
Hey, sue
in?
me.
Or just mend the
heavens,
barrel?
it just
No, I know. Like, so
It
you
just
cast
mends the butt.
mending, and the wood like, and now you have a barrel, but it's empty.
I will give him.
Vegetation help with that?
Oh.
Would it?
Oh.
Can we put the ale back in the cask?
Does it work like that?
Don't think.
I don't think so.
either.
I think you have to like use like a spell that would affect an element such as
It's a
water and
minor
like
magical
draw it from
hey,
the ground.
so I heard of this guy.
Creates an
What
effect.
we need a lot of water. Okay, we gotta fill this barrel up with water. Okay, and I know this guy.
Janica just passes a gold coin to Jet. just offhand, just whatever. She just hands him a gold coin.
And he looks at the gold and he's like, "Do you have any silver?"
Well, first she holds her hand back for the gold.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And she'll sure.
So he takes it. Silver is always better. And puts it in his pocket and then
Huh?
I don't know about that.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, and so he goes and he like stands up on the cart, and he says, "Y'all coming? I'm gonna take off in 5 minutes.
Real quick.
Have your and he looks food, and we'll be on our way."
I changed mine.
I'm gonna take out Thorn's doll. I'm gonna hand it to Madame Eve and be like, "Is there anything with this that's?"
Wait, did we not put it in his casket?
I thought we
Thought
put
we
it
did.
in with his body.
Did we with his
Yeah.
doll?
So-
Did we?
Did we take the doll with the yellow dress, or did we leave that?
No, I'm pretty sure I'd have his
Well, we
doll.
brought
'Cause-
Susan, so.
I'm pretty sure you kept it.
I'm
I think
pretty
you guys
sure we kept it
debated.
because it had the like aura protection thing, the
Oh,
holy thing
that's
about
right.
it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
It
right.
was like a super holy thing.
Yeah.
We're jerks.
That maybe
Okay.
somebody touched. Some greater being made to.
Thorn's dead. Okay, it's not like he needs it.
Yeah, we're jerks. Okay, anyway, going on. Moving on.
I'm just gonna hand it to Madame Eve and be like, okay,
What's he gonna do?
exactly. Can you tell me about this? Can you read magic things?
Meanwhile, Drea's like,
Yeah. So she goes to like touch it, and then she's like, "That is a very good object you have there, and I think it'll be very helpful."
wait, did she not? Like, she went to touch
Yeah,
it
she
and
went to
backed
touch
off?
it, and then she's like, "No, this will be very helpful for you guys."
She doesn't want to touch it.
Hold up.
Can you tell me about it? Any facts? Fun
Yes.
facts, trivia.
This is so if you're a magic user, hold on, guys. You could easily tell that this is abjuration, and it the school of abjuration, and it protects things. As well, it's been touched by something very pure.
Would Drea know if that protection would extend to whoever's holding it, or just the object itself?
This is one that I feel like you would need to attune to really understand that.
Can I attune to it?
It's gonna take a little bit.
We have a cart ride.
We do have a good run.
I would have thought you'd have already attuned to it overnight.
But you
Although I
didn't
see where
say
Cole-
you
I wasn't holding it. Yeah.
Yeah. Attunement is a conscious
It's a
decision.
conscious
You're
thing.
like
I wasn't
looking at
consciously doing
you're
it.
Like, no.
Okay.
You slept and you had a dream. Anyway, yes.
So, seeing Madame Eve kind of go boo from the holy, from something that's been touched by something pure, she takes out her holy water and just goes, just like takes a little bit and sprinkles it on her to see what happens.
Oh, look at
My
that.
mistake.
Just not on
So
her,
sorry.
not on her face, but just like maybe on her skirt, just like her bodice, maybe just going.
Yeah.
Don't know what that was.
Like,
Achoo.
So you,
Just like,
Ah,
just walks behind her, just like.
and it like hits
Oh, you
her
didn't
like
know.
in
Wizard of Oz lied to me.
in her skirts, and she looks at you.
Sorry, I'm clumsy. I'm
Your mind.
sorry.
She like, her skirts. You guys are a bit of a handful.
So she touched the water
Hey,
to
you
brush it
brought
away,
us.
right?
I have a holy symbol. I don't know what it is because I know it's based off of the Christian cross, but this is not Earth, and so I don't know what this is. The holy, whatever it is. Can I take out the holy symbol and just like surreptitiously try and get it? Oh, an onk. Okay, maybe just like look it against her, like pretend like I'm unpacking, like see if she reacts to it.
And
It's
she,
made of silver, by the way.
Yeah. And she looks at you and, you know what? I've already told you your fortunes. I see I'm not needed anymore. I'll leave your presence. Have a good trip. Maybe you'll survive. And then turns and goes to her tent.
Hey, lady.
Thank you.
She's had enough of you
Hey,
guys.
lady, I want to point out
She
you
turns
brought
back.
us.
She turns back.
Good point.
So, if I may offer you the traditional, what's the opposite of greeting?
Farewell?
Or farewell.
The traditional farewell of my people.
Oh, and she just looks at you.
Oh!
enters. And goes to the tent. With not a word.
Ferellin's just still sitting here like this.
Not a word.
And if you know what this is from, then and you say, I'm not a nerd.
And Jet is kind of standing there looking between you and Madame, looking at all you, and he's like, should I charge for this trip?
I already gave you a silver.
I climb onto the cart.
For the barrel.
The silver was probably worth more than that cheap barrel.
I fixed your barrel for you.
Dre
is just going, I'm sorry, Dragon. No, Dragon. Sorry, Mike, I'm spending your money.
Dre gives him something.
Dre is going to slip 2 silvers into his hand.
Oh! Okay.
Okay, it'll be the best ride you guys have ever had. All right, should we get going?
Is it far?
No, it's not that far. It'll take us less than a day to get there.
Should I have only
Go through
given
the
him
main
1 silver?
gate.
I'm going to
Wanna try
hop
and get
right
them
next
back?
to the driver's seat, and I'm going to pull out the doll, and I'm going to start attuning to it.
Okay.
It'll be okay. We'll try and earn it back somehow.
Awesome. All right. And so he kind of like leads the team and the barrels and the whole cart like around the big pavilion and like.
Does anyone else take shotgun?
I did.
Oh, dang it! Oh.
So that there's enough for you guys to like squeeze in, and like 2 of you are probably gonna have to sit like on top of the barrels, you know.
Susan doesn't have to sit on top of the barrel.
Threw one overboard.
Yeah, you've made a space for yourself, and so you're
He
cozy.
beatboxes and plays his new lute the whole way.
I don't know how. Wait, how does the
Janka sits behind Cyrus after shooting him a glare and sits down.
Wait, I feel like
Unless the kid comes back for it before we leave.
Is this I don't even know. What is this? Can I pause? Wait, I'm gonna pause this. No, I don't want an ad. No, mute. Hold on 1 second. Play.
I need to get some new ones of those because they get kind of soft.
And stale.
Why?
Yeah.
Okay, skip this ad. I don't know what this is.
Real. Sorry, ink won't work.
Oh, I said festive. But whatever. I know, I'm like, what the? Anyway, so Susan is in the back, playing his.
Like Christmas.
Cool. That was the first thing that popped up. Okay. Anyway, so he's all playing his lute in the back, and yes, so you're in the front. There may be space for one other person.
Oh wait, then I take it.
Okay, so
I start to sit in the back, and then I'm like, oh, just kidding. Take my legs.
and Jet just like scoots in on the side.
Wait,
like,
are we just like sandwiching him?
Yeah, like he's like okay, you know, like there's here hips, you know, barely fit, you know.
Hey, we're close in this group, okay?
And Drea and Pharrell and you come in like so there's only spot enough for one more person in the back with Susan, and so like Drea or Pharrell or Sperry, you guys are gonna have to sit on top of the barrels. But
I'll just sit on top of the
Okay.
barrel.
I'll sit
I
on.
got good balance.
Ferellan will sit on top of her barrel as well.
perfect. Okay, yeah. So
They'll make sure that it's structurally sound and isn't going to go toppling.
yeah. Well, as you're
Oh, does one of you need rooms?
no.
No, I'm fine. Thanks.
Let's not destroy his inventory.
This is no, that's gonna be more than silver this time. So I warned ya. And you
We tried to give you a gold.
you guys
Just
take
sa-
off.
well, actually, hang on a second.
Oh.
Ferellan has different names for money denominations.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so you guys, you start to pull away, and you see behind you,
We tried to give you a Xeno, but you didn't want it, so I don't know what you want from us.
I don't even know what that is. Anyway, and you see behind you, like, some people waving, hi, Tari, like, hey, bye, good to see you, come again, you know, and they wave you off as you start going down the road, and the horses are clippity-cloppity down this, like, dirt path. So you guys are continuing down, so you pass the, like, glade, and there's a small river that is running next to this path, this road, and there's thick forest on the other side. Anyway, and before long you guys are surrounded by just nature, and it's still like not fully light outside, like there is that layer of clouds, but it seems to be a little bit brighter today. So you can't quite see like the sun, but everything's fairly lit. You hear animals in the brush, the lute in the background. Anyway, as you guys make your way.
Chad is our driver.
And
work on your lyrics.
Yeah, Jed. So he makes. So he doesn't seem to be one of those like quiet types. He turns to Cyrus and he's like, so where might you be from? And tries to like strike up conversations as you're trying to attune to this thing.
Just outside of Faerun.
Oh, fair. I've never been there. I
Yeah.
think I've heard of it from other travelers. Maybe, but nope, never been there.
Have you traveled with that group for
The
a
story?
while?
Nope,
Vistani.
never been anywhere but here.
It's a fun place.
Yeah. Anyway, so he makes like pleasant conversation and whatnot, and like asks you guys where you're from, what you're doing, like whatnot, and you travel for a couple of hours, for like maybe 30 minutes. And hold on, where's my thing?
These barrels of liquid.
Is there anything you guys want to ask him in the interim? Where's my thing? The map. Okay, so, and you guys, you don't see like a ton of fog or like mists around this area. In the distance, you kind of see that there probably are some like, tops of the trees, and then there's mist in that direction and that direction, but in front of you there's not really a ton. Anyway, and then you see before you, in a very short period of time from when you set off, a big gate in the road, that's closed. Let's see. I'll just read it. Let's see. Ahead, jutting from the impenetrable woods, because they're like thick woods on both sides of the road, are high stone buttresses looming gray, whatever you got. Huge iron gates hang on the stonework. Dew clings with cold tenacity to the rusted bars. Two headless statues of armed guardians flank the gate, their heads now lying amongst the weeds at their feet. They greet you you only with silence. So, doesn't seem very creepy though, because it's during the day. And yeah, just some rusted bars. And,
Those are some nice looking buttresses.
yeah.
Jenica chuckles at that.
Yeah, and one of them, so one of the doors is just like ajar, or just like open already, and Jet like stops the cart, gets out, opens it the rest of the way, opens the other.
Oh, so we could just go in.
What's the weather currently? Is it like sunny?
Yeah,
Overcast?
it's sunny.
It's
So
sunny.
there's like a layer of like clouds. So yes,
'Cause that's
it's
always
sunny.
there, right?
It's like in the morning, and there's clouds, but there's still like different colors and some like pinks and oranges and whatnot, and everything's waking up, and so you get this sense of like renewal. But still, like there are the clouds there, but it's not like ominous like it
But
was.
not blue skies.
No blue skies, so you can't like see the sun. But
So it's always sunny in Philadelphia, but never sunny in Barovia.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, we need to make a podcast. It's never sunny in Barovia.
Talk about all the things. So this is kind of weird because gates should keep people out or keep them in, but this is just open. And he opens it and then gets back on the cart.
So, what's
Does he
this?
close it, or does it appear to just be purely decorative?
So so he leaves it, and you guys just keep going.
So what's the point of? Jenica points to the.
I think they were used at some point, but now they're not needed anymore.
So who closed it?
Beats me.
Dang kids.
So they just are here. Yeah, they probably were used at some point, but now we have somebody else who keeps people from leaving, so they're not really needed. And then he keeps going on your guys' merry way.
Did you say there was a fence attached to the gate?
Well, they're like, there's like the stone buttresses. Anyway, with the, statues and whatnot. And then there's like the iron gates that make up the, doors that open. Kind of like, what did you say?
But past that, are there
There's like a stone wall.
Is there a stone
gate.
wall?
Oh
or
yeah,
anything?
the wall like continues. You can't really see the end.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
So there's
the
no
wall-
holes. It's a solid wall.
Mhm.
How tall is the wall?
I would say it would take 3 people, like 3 people's heights tall. So I don't even know how tall that would be.
20 feet tall?
Sure. 16, 17
Yeah,
feet,
and
maybe?
the average person's like 5'10". So yeah,
Oh,
15 to 20 feet.
Are they standing on each other's heads or each other's
Oh,
shoulders?
goodness.
Yes. Depends on how tall you are.
What kind of
Let's just
shoes
say
are they
15 to
wearing?
20 feet. Okay. It's been 15 to 20 feet. Maybe it'd be like 2 of you.
So it's pretty tall.
Yeah.
2 frogs.
Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, so they're fairly tall, but there's no
Some
lock that you can
Americans
see, and they're
Use
just like,
literally any other unit of measurement.
anyway, but he continues, and anyway, keeps asking questions. He's like, "So, little miss, what is your name?" To you, Jenica, and where are you from?
You ever heard of Ulstroth? Or Ulstroth? Yeah.
Also, Huoth?
That's where I'm from. Casper Manor?
No.
Okay.
I ask, but I never know where these people, what any of you guys are from. So,
Just wants to know. But
so
doesn't really
never
know.
been out. I'm just curious.
Do you travel with the Vistani?
No, never. I just buy stuff from them. So we right now I am buying up all the wine I can find. Since in Valaki we're gonna have a festival in the next couple of days, and he kind of eye roll, like all the other festivals.
Drea will ask, do you buy things from the Vistani that come from different planes?
I feel like I might have. They have some rather odd doodads and things, some trinkets and whatnot that sometimes, I pick up or other people pick up. Shiny things, but so I don't actually know where they're from. So maybe they could be.
Okay. Interesting. But you're from Valaki?
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's where I'm from.
And that's the other side of
Isn't that
Barovia.
No, it's just past the town of Barovia, and it's
Okay.
kind of in the middle there, before you get to the farther lands. So,
okay.
And as I recall, the Vistari are originally Vistani are originally from Valaki, right?
No, it was the redheaded girl that was.
but yeah.
Oh, right.
Oh shoot, I don't
Never
remember.
mind.
Because they're from all over.
Yeah, she was from Valaki. I don't remember her name. Anyway, I just know everyone went Nix as soon as you said red hair and short.
Yes.
Yeah. Why are short people redheaded and spunky? It's funny. Anyway, not all, but yes. So yes, I'm excited to get back and drink some good fine wine.
So though you said festivals and then did this. What does that mean?
We have them almost every week. So if you miss this one, you can be to the next one.
Every week? Why every week?
Well, the Lord there thinks that you can literally kill him with kindness, as they say, and thinks the only way to battle the evil in Barovia in general is with happiness and lots of good wine.
Drunkenness.
Well, I agree with the wine.
Say, what's this fella's name?
I knew you were gonna ask that. Give me a second.
He has a name, and it's a good one too.
He does. It is in chapter 4. Give me a second. I don't have it memorized. I read up a lot on this last week.
The people call me Tim.
Question mark.
That's because he forgot his line.
Yep.
Oh no. Okay. What I need is tabs. Like, I've been afraid to put them in though because tabs like sometimes ruin your pages.
Oh no, I've got some really good ones that are for that purpose.
Really?
Yeah, I'll find
I just am always nervous because I did them in my scripted ones, and then.
Scripture paper is pretty thin. Though.
That's true.
Yeah. So now.
Yeah.
Where are we?
I feel like it starts with a B.
Oh yeah.
M to the B. M to the B.
So yes, the lord of this town is called Baron Vargas Valakovich. Seriously, I've tried to memorize some of the names in here, and they're all
Can
like.
you spell that?
Okay. Yep. And I'm like, and then I'm like, I'm moving on because I can't.
No.
Baron. Do you want me to spell that?
No.
Good. Vargas. Vargas. Valakovich. Vallakovich. Say that 10 times fast.
Okay.
Baron Valakovich thinks that yes, if we spread the world with happiness and joy, then it will count, and in a way it counters the darkness and the despair that people feel. But it's a lot, and it gets expensive. Anyway, yes. So we keep having to go to more and more drastic means to get fine wines and party favors and just food in general. Anyway, lots
Taxes
of
is probably
stuff.
through the roof.
So let's just say I'm over it.
Okay.
I've been to too many, drunk too much wine, but it's good and it's worth it. Anyway, but I get paid enough, so I'm willing to make the trek.
Okay.
Anyway. So, make yourselves comfortable. We should be there in about, I don't know, an hour or two, so. But I might as well ask. And he, turns back to you, Susan. What are you? I have not seen anything like you or this, and he motions to Ferlin, blue person. What's your name?
Well, I am sentient, if that's what you're asking.
And he takes a second, he's like, I think I am too.
Now, sentient or sapient?
And he kind of looks. Both? He doesn't know. Well, anyway, I hope you're more successful than the last people that came.
You met the last people that came?
I've met a lot of people that have come.
So what happened to them?
I don't know, but obviously they didn't succeed because we're all still here.
So if someone gets to go home, everyone gets to go home type of thing?
That would make sense. Would make sense to me. That's what we're all hoping for.
Where would you go if you could?
Ooh.
Or would you stay here?
Where has the best wine?
Good question.
There. I love wine.
Rhea was gonna say, well, I would definitely say my father's kingdom.
They got good wine?
Your father.
Very good wine.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, your father's a kingdom.
Where is that
My
person?
brother-in-law's father's kingdom.
Sorry.
Hey, Run.
Check.
Faerun.
Alright, yes.
So I guess that makes us neighbors.
Ulsteroth is not on the same planet.
You said you were from near Faerun.
I was by Faerun.
You were. I could have swore you said next to Faerun. So we're basically neighbors.
Sure.
Your confidence is overwhelming.
Suspicious.
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys are chit-chatting and whatnot.
I'm
for
going to
the
read
next
my
little
book a
bit.
little bit.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything else that you guys want to do on the trip?
Monster Manual.
So as you're traveling, so you go through the gate and it kind of opens up a little bit. So there's this road and there's kind of grassy plains on either side. There are woods on your right hand side. Anyway, And then you kind of see some town or some houses and like buildings in the distance, some like smoke, rising and whatnot. And he motions. He's like, "Oh, there it is. See, it's not that far. Really, nothing is really that far here." So,
I will ask him what he knows about the Lord of the Land or Strahd and try and pick his brain about that a little bit.
oh yeah, and you mentioned the word Strahd. Shh! Don't say that. There's, we call him many names. The evil lord, the devil, so many things. But if you say his name,
He who must not be named.
people think that he can spy on you.
Oh, we got rid of that.
I still wouldn't risk it.
Huh? But, okay, so other than that,
We tend to not really speak his name. In
the evil one then.
So
Yes.
if you say his name 3 times into a mirror, we had some lore back from where I'm from Ravnica. It's some lore. There was this character. You'd say his name 3 times, and he'd pop up and haunt your life for the next, until you die. And then you join him in haunting others. That like with the Strahd guy?
No, because he haunts us already. So I don't see if there's a difference.
Fair enough.
But maybe something a little bit similar. Yeah. So as you guys get closer to this town, you kind of see that there is some fog on the outskirt of the town. So the road continues in front of you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the town, many buildings. Let's see. Yes, so like the road starts to give way to like cobblestone, so it's like a dirt road with maybe a little bit of water, a little bit of mud. Anyway, gives way to cobblestones.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see buildings made more from like brick and mortar and like different stones, some granite here or there, not like super nice, but just like a town.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear a lot of noise though as you like approach, and as you get there, there's they don't really have like a great gate per se, just like a wooden structure with like a arch and whatnot that you can go in. That there are like big doors that they could swing closed, but there's not. There's a bit of a wall around the town, but not a ton of protection or anything like that. And as you enter, you see that there is not a lot of people, and things kind of are falling apart in different places. Things seem to be a little bit older, a little bit run down, and you hear like some motion, like people moving about off in the distance, but not a ton. You hear in the far off distance like someone crying or like a little bit of sobbing in the distance, and it's kind of a little bit of a depressing place. Anyway, I'll change the music because it's too nice.
Pharrell's gonna ask, where is everybody?
This one. Oh, go in.
Shouldn't there be lots and lots of people in this bustling metropolis?
Well, and he points his finger past the village in the direction of like the slopes where there's a lot of trees and whatnot. And he's like, well, in that direction, not far off in the distance, lies Castle Ravenloft, where, as you said, who should not be named resides. So he overlooks this place and is here frequently.
Wait, is this is Vallaki?
No. This is the town of Barovia.
Oh,
We're
right.
going to Vallaki later. We're
Okay.
just making a pit stop
Okay.
because I have to pick up more wine.
Oh.
So it might get a little. We'll have to, figure some things out, but it'll be fine.
Did he give us any insight into the evil one on the way there, or no?
No. You from what you guys talked about, like it seems like everybody's kind of
Just scared
of what's happening, but also they're accustomed to this way of life. They dream of being able to leave one day because you get a sense that there's some things that happen on occasion, like animals in the forest or people go missing or things like that kind of keep people on edge. But it's not like detrimental to their life per se, at least where he is from.
Okay, gotcha.
So, all right. Anyway,
I would be interested to have a conversation with you guys off recording after the game. Has no bearing on the game, but just, I mean, Strahd's been in power for like 2,000 years or something like that. Is that what we've gathered?
Long time.
And yet these people have not become anesthetized to the risk, which is something that happens every day for most normal human beings. That would be a discussion for after.
Yeah.
Or never, but it just something interesting and insight into mental physiology and whatnot.
Yeah.
On our way in, I'm going to see if I can find the church that I saw in my dream.
Yep. Maps on maps on maps. There we go. I just want to see where the road.
Do you have the map?
Ah, good. Okay, I was right. I was like, "Where's Main Street?" Got it. Okay. So, you guys are entering into this town, and you see off in the distance, probably it looks like on the outskirts of town, steeple. Just like a taller building that comes to a point. There's no like cross or anything on it, but it looks like it might be. And there's like windows and a bell on top. And that looks like that could be a place of worship or a gathering place, since the bell could like ring, gather everybody kind of thing.
Here's the church. Here's the steeple. Open the doors and see the people.
Close the door.
So would I be able to recognize the town as from my dream since I saw it from above?
Yeah, make a history check because you're trying to remember.
Okay.
And recall.
Ooh.
That's a 9.
It's a 9. Ah! I mean, you saw green. There's green around here. Could be here. Could be other places. Like, there might be other towns that have green around it as well. And you didn't get a great look.
Okay.
So, potentially.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, and Jed says, "Okay. I know it's morning, but we gotta go to the tavern. That's where I'm picking up the wine, so y'all are coming with." Anyway, and so he, and just drives the wagon like through there's like this main street that goes through the town, and then makes a pit stop on the right, and you see that there's a sign. Let's see. Yeah, it hangs a precariously askew sign, and it says on it, "Blood of the Vife." The V-I-F-E.
Vife. Okay.
Vife, and you look at it and you're like, and it used to be an N, but someone's like scratched it out and put F, and you don't really know why. Anyway,
the Vife.
V-I-F-E, but originally it was written V-I-N-E, blood of the vine.
Oh.
That's
but
funny.
now you look at it, you're like, blood of the Vife? Anyway, but it's blood of the vine tavern. Anyway, so it was kind of a biggish building. Like, this is kind of like a bed and breakfast place. Yeah, it seems like it once was a very nice place, but it's kind of like become a little bit more decrepit with the years, and it's kind of like an older building now. And Jet just leaves the wagon in the front and gets up and walks in without really even any direction for you. He's like, "Okay, I'm going in. I'll be back."
Does he tether the horses at all?
There is like a post and whatnot, so he does like tether, yes, so they're not gonna go anywhere, but just leaves everything there. There's like not a lot of people around. He sees one person in the distance.
Do we still hear the
and
sobbing
a
person?
Group of, you can't tell exactly where, but there's somebody in the distance
Well, should I start driving now?
No, you just
And
stay
he
right there.
walks in the front doors.
Awfully trusting fellow, isn't he? On Ravnica, you leave your cart unattended, it gets put up on cinder blocks. And the wheels go missing.
Why not just take the whole car?
Because that would be too simple.
Oh, okay.
So just take
Silly
the
me.
wheels. So
You see, if your entire cart goes missing, yeah, that's easy to find a whole cart. But you see, removing just the tires, that's inconveniencing. And then you can't find the tires.
Yeah, then they get inside and steal other stuff.
That makes no sense to me, but alright.
Anyway, so you guys can choose to go in the tavern if you'd like, or now across the street.
You wouldn't survive.
So across the street, you do see a building, kind of like another shop where someone is selling wares, trinkets, things like that. That maybe if you're looking to buy something, you totally could. Anyway, and it says Bildrath's Mercantile on a sign at the top.
Okay.
I'm gonna get down and start roaming the street, not too far. I just want to look, see what there's to see. Anything suspicious?
Can I see what's part of the mercantile shop?
Sure. Yes. So, let's see. I read this, but let's see. Oh, so, okay, so, it's a shop. There's a door and whatnot to go into the shop, but then someone has set
I'm
up,
wondering that same question.
like, little trinkets and stuff on shelves, kind of in the front. There's a window and whatnot, and they're all like tied on, like pretty tightly to their someone tried to secure it, but still like show their wares. And you see a gentleman through the window who's kind of like rummaging in the shop and whatnot, and keep an eye on the place. So there's different wares, different things like torches, ropes, rations. Let me see the whole list.
I have no idea.
Sweet. Okay, let me get the whole list for you. Yeah. Oh yeah. Bunch of things. So there's like small tools, small weapons. There's elixirs of sorts. There's different potions. There's books. There's like fishing gear. There's like chains for stuff. There's kits for like herbalist kits. There's lots of stuff that you could either use for like magic or traveling or just life in general. Yeah, almost if you need any like little knick-knack or whatever, like you'll probably find it here. Yeah, potions, pouches, spyglasses, tons of stuff. Anyway.
I think that looks interesting. I'm gonna need right now.
Does Ferellan get an idea as to if the city is well maintained or was well maintained at one point?
Yeah, you because you have a great sense of like architecture and whatnot. So you can tell from the buildings that this was there were a lot of people here at one point, and they have buildings that are a bit taller, than just the one-story buildings. And so they had like libraries, or a library at least, different meeting houses and whatnot for entertainment, and it was a bustling place. Maybe not like it made a lot of money, or there weren't like super rich people here. There were some nicer homes, but they all have kind of either been vacated or kind of left to not rot, but yes, abandoned. Some places, so a lot of these homes have been abandoned, and there's not as many people here anymore, and so it's just kind of gotten old and disheveled.
Infrastructure-wise, kind of meh.
Yeah, kind of meh. Like if there was an earthquake to come through here, there might be a couple that might topple, and but pretty sound. There's some that are like.
Is there a sewer system
Yes.
or well system? Okay.
Yeah, because on this main street, you've actually seen like an area where people would come to the well, and there is a well that like people can draw water from and whatnot.
So
common area.
what Pharrellin is thinking is there a decent place to hide where most people wouldn't think
Oh, like that you could hide, or
that all of us could hide?
Oh, you could definitely find a place.
Okay.
Yes, this would. You could probably take an abandoned house and be there, and nobody would probably notice.
Even if someone was directly searching for us.
Oh. Yeah. Make a.
Investigation.
Based on what you know. I do an insight check actually on that one. It's not a person, but you're based on your wisdom or your knowledge of this thing. Not just what you can see.
Oh.
No.
Oh. Well, that's
Seven.
okay. Oh.
That was a 1.
Was it? Oh, it was a 7. Oh, yeah, no.
So,
Yeah, that's a no.
Yeah, so you're like, well, we could, you know what? I think we would be just fine. 100%, we'd be good.
Disease.
I
was like you were distracted by stepping in something.
Alright, going in the sewers.
Yeah.
Watch out for crocodiles.
Yeah, so, you don't know. Anyway, and as you guys are thinking about this, the doors to the tavern swing open, poof, and out walks this individual who maybe is stumbling a little bit. Are there any adventurers out there? Can the gods hear us? I don't know. And he stumbles and grabs onto the car. And he's a man who's blonde hair, about to his shoulders, wearing kind of nicer clothes, newer fabrics and whatnot. He's got boots on and just leather tunic. Anyway, but obviously looks like he's been drinking. He's got the red nose and there's another individual that comes in, a smaller guy, with an apron on. It looks like maybe the tavernier's like, you forgot your purse! Anyway, and he just takes his hand and hands him his purse. Anyway, wow. And walks back in, and the guy is like, what are you all doing here? Whoa! And points to you, Pharrellin, the tall one. Am I seeing things?
Yes, you are.
Are you all not from here? I assume?
You are?
I am... Give me a second. I am
Yes, he's from
Bismarck.
Who?
Remember the name.
Bismarck?
Ismark.
Bismarck?
Ismark.
Is whatever you want to call me. I am the Mark. The only
Mark.
one you need to know.
He's Mark.
And I'm upset.
We can
You
see
look
that.
drunk.
Yeah, if your dad passed away, you would probably get drunk too.
I never. Well, no, that's true.
I don't think I've had one of those.
This cursed
Oh.
Strahd. Yes, you heard me say the name. Has been the bane of my family too long. Who wants to go kill him?
Why don't you go kill him?
I plan to, but nobody else wants to come with.
Well, based on what we've heard, I don't know if we can actually do anything right now.
I don't kill things either, so.
By the way, Jenica's taken
You can't come.
her water skin, and it has like cups under. I don't know if they come with no. Oh, she'll take her water skin and just like splash some water in his face and be like, "You need to sober it before we go talking about that."
Kind of slow blinks. Looks at you. Man, I don't even know your name.
I can fix him.
Maybe before you start throwing your water everywhere, maybe we should get to know each other. I kind of like this dumb smile.
Susan casts healing touch.
Okay. Which I believe sobers you.
She's gonna start throwing hands in a minute here.
Yeah, he's like doing the whole like leaning on the cart, like getting closer. Anyway.
Oh, healing word.
Okay. See, I just want to see how.
We had a long
Sorry.
rest, right?
Yeah.
About this.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
I believe it does.
Excuse me.
Oh, wait. Are there specifics? Yeah.
Creature of your choice you can see within range regains hit points.
Yep.
Yep. So it has no effect on undead or constructs.
So so you're casting it. Oh my gosh, level? Are you casting at a certain level?
First level.
First level? Okay, so yes, this one is touch or no?
Healing
No.
word.
Healing word
I
is
don't
not
believe
touch.
so. Anyway, so you sit there, you're watching this happen, and you just kind of, and he kind of blinks. Whoa! Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
How did I get here?
Do you want to
Welcome back to
repeat?
being sober.
You want to repeat to what you just said to me?
Please do. It'll be very funny.
And he looks at you and he's like, "Did I say something?"
I'm gonna brush some water from his shoulders.
Ah, well, hello. My name is Ismark. I don't know if we got that far.
We got there.
Okay.
The only
yes.
mark we need to know, apparently.
Oh.
So sorry about your
was
dad, by the way.
drunk.
Yeah, condolences.
And he
we
like
noticed.
tucks his shirt in and like checks his Oh, good, I have that. You know. And I'm like,
Barely.
where's my?
Thank the tavern keeper.
Like,
Yeah.
okay. Yes. Hello. I guess we have just met. Yes, my name is Ismark. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was drinking. Yes.
We notice.
So, yeah. You guys look to be not from here. And he looks at each of you and he's like, yep. Because I know pretty much everyone in this town, and you are not from here.
Yeah, you even noticed when you were drunk.
Yes, because yes, you, and he looks at Frelin, and you, Susan. Yeah, it's kind of apparent. So
Why does everybody say that? That's the
Yes.
first thing they say, not, hey, how you doing today? Or what's your name? It's, you're not from here, are you? No kidding, Sherlock.
Yeah. Yes, we've seen adventurers, as they call themselves, or like travelers or whatnot. Like normally, and you pointy-eared people, and points to you and Drea. And, okay. Yes, I've seen your kind before, but you get no. So like people pass through here often, and they're normally not from here. And normally they have the goal of trying to defeat the big fella, and
I believe you also wanted to defeat the big fella.
Yeah, you're talking the big word, kill.
yes, I would love to.
No? Why
Because
don't you go do it?
my dear father, who has recently passed, couldn't handle it anymore. And it was all his fault.
Oh.
So he's been bothering my sister, Irene, for so long now.
He who must not be named.
Yes. And he sends creatures or ends up at our place, or she ends up missing, or anyway.
What was her name again?
Let me
Irene.
write down
Irene.
the wrong name. name.
Oh.
Hold on. Irina. Well, he calls her Irene, but
Okay. Is that who's crying?
maybe. I left her a while ago, and he looks up at the sun. Long while ago. It's morning now. So I hope she's not still crying.
So instead of stepping up to protect her or do anything like that, you just go find yourself in the bottom of a barrel.
Well, it's not like anyone can hurt her.
What?
Just you try. So
Huh?
I think she's okay on her own for.
They're also
bit.
called casks.
And
Or
butts.
butts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
Wait, what kind of creatures? My Jenica's interest is
wolves,
piqued.
Ravens, people who are not people anymore.
Wait,
Like
I'm guessing something that we fought in the house.
anyway, normally every night something comes to the house.
to do what?
Just to pester us, it feels like.
Paint the shutters, obviously.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha.
I think it's to keep an eye on Irene. And because she's somehow chosen and he can't seem to leave her alone. So, anyway, my poor father couldn't take it anymore. He had a heart. He kept trying to protect her. He prayed. He put up barriers, spikes, magical, whatever. Nothing seemed. Still, stuff came. And finally, his heart couldn't take it anymore, and gave up. So, anyway, I am going to continue to mourn his loss and see if I can find people to take his body to the church to be buried.
The church right outside of town?
The only church we have.
I volunteer.
You do?
Yes, I volunteer. I will take your father to the church and I will bury him.
You don't even know him.
That is okay.
You are a good person.
Thank you. And I pull up my holy symbol and I display it proudly. So,
Yes.
where's your father?
You are a good person. All
I
right.
was about to help
Well.
you until you whipped that thing out. Greya says, I'll help as well.
Okay. Well, it's actually not far from here. I walk.
Jenica's just like, oh,
Describe your sister as a holy woman by chance?
I did not expect you to say holy. Would you describe your sister as a holy person?
She's precious to me. So hands off.
Obviously. Just curious.
All right. After things that I don't really think so anymore, but you can be the judge of that. Like, yes, she's pretty holy to me, but if you've been touched by evil, I don't know. How holy are you? So, you can be the judge of
I
that.
have many less holes than most people do.
Now you have blink.
Jenica just looks at Susan
And he
just
looks-
like,
He looks like your, like, makeshift rib cage.
it's like
and everything.
trying not to look up and down,
And
but in
he's
her
like-
mind is like, what?
So, problems, I'm guessing. And sure, less holes, not more. As he's looking at the, like, the holes in between yours. Okay.
Oh, I guess those are holes. Maybe I have more.
Yes, I mean, you versus you, I mean, I see more, not less. Alright, anyway,
I
are
have
you coming
different
too?
holes.
Okay, I don't need to know about that. Okay, moving on. Are you all coming?
Yes, I am.
Great. Okay. Alright, as long as I have my purse and my shoes, great. Okay. This way. And kind of points off to a side street. So you got like the main street, and he like points.
I look at this.
over.
Should we tell Jen where we're going, or do you think he'll be fine?
Do you think he can read? Maybe we can leave him a note.
Sure. I'll just write on the empty barrel and put it in his seat.
I would also like to make note of the time.
Oh, okay.
I also need to call my.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah, well, I will write on the barrel, the empty barrel, be like, went with Ismark, be back soon. Trying to use the smallest word she can just in case he has trouble. She doesn't know.
Anyway, so you leave it there and you're like, kind of like,
Back soon.
great, that'll work. And you guys head off, following Ismark to his place. And
Okay.
that's where we'll end it for today.
Okay.